Hey guys, it's Adam here from the Franchise Tag, and I'm here in my top 5 fantasy wide receivers for week 6. Now, as we always say, we don't go for the obvious ones, but we've got some guys that have done pretty well over the last few weeks that you want to be looking at and getting in your team as quickly as you possibly can for tomorrow's games. Now, firstly, my number one guy, DJ Moore for the Chicago Bears. Moore's been great the last couple of weeks. Ever since Justin Fields and the whole Bears offense has changed a little bit, got a bit more willing to throw the ball. They've done really, really well. He's currently the number 2 wide receiver on the season. And also, he's going up against the Vikings defense that you can score on. So that's really important as well. He's got 5 touchdowns this season. And so I think Moore is definitely one guy that you want to be looking at for this week. My number 2 guy, Gabe Davis. Now, Gabe Davis has been great this season. 4 touchdowns in the last 4 games for the Bills. There's no reason that this is going to stop now. They're going up against a Giants team that is decimated by injuries that are going into this game. So I think that you'll find that Davis is definitely one that you want to be playing. My number 3 guy, Jakobi Meyers for the Raiders. Now, Myers, he's only started at the Raiders this season, but he seems to be Jimmy Garoppolo's guy, even more so than Davante Adams in some games. He's had 10 targets in 3 out of the 4 games that he's played in this season, and going up against the Patriots defense, which, we saw what happened to them against the Saints last week. They're not going to be able to stop Myers if he is consistently targeted by Jimmy Garoppolo again. So I think it'll be a great fantasy option for you. Number 4 guy, Devonta Smith. Now, Smith has been a bit quiet this season. He hasn't been quite as good as what he was last year. In fact, the whole Eagles offense has been a little bit quieter than last year. But it feels like this is a game that they're going to be able to take advantage of. The Jets offense, who they're up against, struggles, and so a lot of pressure gets put on that defense. And the main 2 corners are out injured with concussion this week. So I think that Devonta Smith is definitely one that you want to be looking at. And although he might not have been great, this is a game that he can get that right and actually have a really decent performance for your fantasy team. Final guy for the top 5 is Calvin Ridley of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Ridley's kind of been a bit hit and miss. He's had some games where he's done really, really well, some games where he's not been quite as good. But he's had at least 7 targets in 4 of the last 5 games that he's played this season. And he's going up against a Colts team where the secondary is one that you can score against. So I think that Ridley is a good one. They're my 5 guys for this week at the wide receiver position. Keep an eye out for the tight end video that will be coming out soon. And just stay with the Franchise Tag. We've got loads more content coming your way.